season collision of two undefeated teams. Only one team can keep their quest for a perfect season alive by winning today. Welcome to Nippert Stadium, the home field of the Cincinnati Bearcats. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. The Golden Gophers will kick this away to get us going here. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line. Early in this season, Kirk, I think you can sense both these teams realize there's a lot to play for, a lot at stake for their seasons, and they're just kind of settling into this game.
Well, just look at the atmosphere today. It's almost playoff-like out there. Both these teams understand what a win could do for them, and the intensity is jacked up out on the field.
Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
First down here for this offense. He's looking to throw. He escapes the pocket. Quarterback looking to scramble. And he'll hit out of bounds to avoid the hit. Did not pick up first down yardage.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Second down after that previous play. It's a quarterback keeper. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Well, he keeps it on the option, and it's not always the big play. It's sometimes just getting the first down. Does a nice job of knowing where he needed to go. And we got a new set of downs.
Looks like the Bearcats look to keep this drive moving. Handoff here from the shotgun. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. It's an out route. The catch made. And the defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards on the completion, but now it's fourth down.
Chris, I felt like that was almost a 2-for-1. They know they're potentially going to go for it on fourth down, so you try to get as much as you can on third to put yourself in a good spot for this next play. Curious to see if the offensive coordinator had something up his sleeve for this play on fourth down.
Fourth down RPO, he throws it to the right. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. So the choice to go for it doesn't pan out this time. They'll run it from the gun. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Both teams sort of sparring in the early going. What we expect to be a really competitive top 10 showdown here mid-season.
Yeah, mid-season games like this are so exciting because you think you know who these teams are, and after today we'll have a much better plays mistake-free is going to be able to get out of here with a win.
As the first down is still going. They finally make the stop right near midfield. It'll be first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Pass complete. It's second down now. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to the 30.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back as good as we've seen all year with the ability to accelerate through the hole. Positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
And the Golden Gophers will line up on 1st and 10. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Important second down play coming up. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
On 1st down, it's play action. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Could take it all the way. Great move in the open field. They'll finally bring him down, but what a play. The takeaway and a huge gain on the return.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
And the Cincinnati offense retakes the field now. Quarterback still with the football. And they try the middle, but stuff for no gain.
That's exactly how you want to defend the option. You know, an old school way is assignment football. You have to account for the quarterback, the pitch man. Here, the quarterback had really nothing other than just kind of lower his head and get as much as he could. Fortunately for the defense, it wasn't very much.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up after that run. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Trying to create here on the move. He's got it with room to run.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
Receiver makes the catch. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Takes the handoff and he'll head left. Moves all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
So no return here. He takes him in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. He's got the first down and still motoring. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
Dropping back, it's Harris. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Solid run. Tackled at the 45-yard line.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
A running play called on fourth down. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Golden Gophers pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And that pass falls incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Now it's second down here. Ball handed off. Just a 4-yard gain, so it sets up 3rd and 6.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Play action fake, looking to throw. Makes the catch downfield. Breaks a tackle into the clear. Enough to move to 6 there. Sets up first and goal at the 7. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Defense will make the stop. It will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. So far, this has been a battle on the ground. They've completed the first quarter, and the run game has dominated. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. It had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up second and goal. Looking downfield, it's Harris. And they score, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's find out if this one's going to count. Second down and goal upcoming. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
Nice job by this defense on that second down, so we now have third down and goal. The offense could be thinking about 4-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
On third and goal, he's going to try to throw for it. Launching one to the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. And here comes the Cincinnati offense back out on the field. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again? Finds an open target on the left side. They moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
One play moves the ball to the 45. It'll be first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. The Soft were able to bring him down quickly.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
They're going to run it. Breaks an open space. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Caught! He's wide open. Look out! He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have first and goal right there.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He had all day back there before throwing the strike. Touchdown, Bearcats! They will try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, so it's 14-7. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Takes the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Wide open downfield. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Off the play fake, looking to pass it. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
The receiver grabs it. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
6th play of the drive coming up. He hands it off from the gun. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. Well, they run it right into a blitz. And that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right. He shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back end, nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Took contact on the throw. The pass is intercepted. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32.
Well, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. Breaks into open space. And he's tackled it only after picking up the first down.
I love how the quarterback takes his time on that ride to the back. I thought he might have to pull it out, but he hung on, gave it to the back, and it paid off for a nice game.
It's the 2-minute timeout. Nice to have a close game here as we approach the half. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Caught over the middle by the tight end. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Runner takes the toss, runs to his left. It's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So,
oh, they trap him for a sack. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. This middle linebacker can play all over the field. That time they bring him in the blitz, and he gets home.
Yeah, usually you think of this middle linebacker who's kind of a sideline-to-sideline player defending the run, but here the timing and the instincts as a blitzer coming right through the middle of that offensive line, and he gets to the quarterback.
And the Bearcats will bring their punt team on the field now. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. To the air. It's Harris. Looking to scramble. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Picks up the first, looking for more. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
It's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety. And he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. Second down after that run in the previous play. Play fake, looking to throw. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. He's got it in the open. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers.
Well, that's how you close a half up. What a game we have already here. Looks like we're going to be all tied up heading into half after the throw for 6.
And the PAT is good. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. They'll run it here. They'll tackle him right at the 31. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action.
Looking for a man deep down the left side. Catch made down near the 10, and he's still going. Finally brought down to the 12. An explosive play puts him in great scoring position.
You got to pick the right time to take your shots downfield, and this offense just did that. A huge gain, and now they're down in the red zone for a first down.
One huge play has changed the drive. Now let's see if this offense can cash in this red zone opportunity. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. How in the world do you lose track of the reliable tight end on that play?
The only thing I can think about is the defense is so locked in on the wide receivers or maybe the running game that they just forgot about the tight end. The guy's wide open. That's an easy throw.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime of the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Catch is made down the middle. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Defense takes their 3rd and final timeout of the half to talk strategy. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but it's a big play to the 31. The kick is no good. And after the miss, still down by 7. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Bearcats will kick it off to begin the second half. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Minnesota offense takes the field. Passing game effective in the first half. Let's see if they keep it going or if the defense has made adjustments trying to protect the lead here. And a nice first down game there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That window could really open up on 2nd and inches.
Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end. Well, the offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they've needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. See if they can do it again. But a lot of times you call a slant, you love to see some big yards after the catch. But when they don't go for many yards after the catch like this, that is a good stop by the defense.
And completion makes it 2nd and short. Offense will keep it on the ground here. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defensive and run fits on that play.
A play action looking to throw. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Any safety loves a good opportunity to hunt for picks. And as this game wears on, they get one here. This quarterback needs to do a much better job of being able to read this secondary and being more careful with the football.
And here comes the Bearcats offense back out onto the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. rush gets home.
Well, let's face it, they dug themselves a hole in the first half, but I'll tell you what, they're coming out with a new look and a new energy here to start the second half.
That sack sets up a second down and long. Handoff here from the shotgun. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Oh, and he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain.
Now, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
This one will be fair caught. Minnesota offense takes the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. He's going to take off. He's got the first and still going. And he'll finally step out of bounds after a massive gain.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself, picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
First down now at the 49. One huge play has got this offense out near midfield and threatening. Scanning the field. It's Harris. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Boy, a great slant by the receiver. What I love is the quarterback found the window that he wanted to make the accurate throw.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? From the gun, he looks for an open man. Catch made on the left side. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick grab. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Nicely run slant here by the wide receiver. The footwork created just enough separation for the catch.
That completion makes it second and medium. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. First down, looking for more now. They bring him down to the 16, but they move the football into the red zone. First down.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
The slant may look like an easy play to defend, but it can be really tough, especially against man coverage, without any help to the inside. If you're the offense and you continue to see that man coverage, they might as well just keep attacking just like that.
And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
And the extra point was up and good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Turner trying to create good field position. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Cincinnati offense retakes the field now. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Pass is caught. Tackle made after a solid gain. Will spark the ball for 31.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
They look to throw it here on second down. The pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Looking to make a big play downfield. The ball is picked off. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
And the Minnesota offense takes the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
Well, this guy has been dominant all afternoon long, but that time, the defense has got to be asking themselves, where has that been? They finally get to him behind the line.
Takes the handoff again. The junior able to bring him down quickly. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Play fake, looking to throw. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Man, I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That could have been a big play there on 3rd down. Now a big decision coming up here on 4th.
They've converted both previous 4th down attempts, so why not try to make it 3 for 3? And it's broken up nicely. A defensive stop and a turnover on downs.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
So here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 41. Keeping it on the ground here. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game, is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
This should be the last play of the quarter. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. Let's see how this 4th quarter unfolds. Everything to play for here for both teams. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Handoff heading left. He breaks free. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the 1st down marker.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Man, oh man, was the defense ready for this play. The quarterback just searching for anywhere to go, looking for daylight, but couldn't find anywhere to go on the keeper.
This is a crucial 3rd down play. To try a field goal from here will be 61. And he's going to heave it deep right down the middle. Makes the catch. Can he get in?
You know, as a quarterback, you end up having one of those days that everybody wants to talk about. How'd you do it? What a big day throwing the football the way he has today. Well, it takes catches like this and efforts like this to be able to allow you to have a great game.
Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
Defense bringing out some big fellas trying to stuff the run here. Trying for the touchdown. They'll test the left side. Touchdown, Bearcats. They jump on top now here in the fourth.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
The AT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. And the Minnesota offense takes the field. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. To throw, it's Harris. Looks over the middle, and that's complete.
Well, they knew all week that they would have an opportunity to face a lot of man coverage and a lot of blitzing today. And the one way that they felt they could counter that, getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, and especially on the quick slants for big gains.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
Play action here on first down. Running out of time in the pocket. Offense getting set. Second down play here. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Bringing pressure. On the run, he'll let it go. With the catch, it's Peters. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 28.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And the Golden Gophers offense is on the move now. The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They bring him down, but a solid game there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the mark. Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Here's the handoff, 1st and goal. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, that's positive yards on 1st and goal, which is obviously good, but now we're at this point in the game, critical series. They've got to find a way to get the ball in the end zone.
All right, 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Boy, Chris, the way this quarterback's been playing, I'm surprised they didn't throw the football here. I wouldn't be surprised now that they're facing 3rd down and goal. Put it in his hands and let him work his magic.
Now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining.
Timeout, Cincinnati.
And they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. It's Harris. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers.
And Chris, the home is in complete shock. Just a few seconds left in this game, and we're either headed to overtime or it could end on a two-point conversion. It's an awful feeling to be devastated and yet still so nervous here on this last play at the same time.
And now they go for two in the possible win, and here comes the crowd noise. And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Minnesota.
And now the decision is to go for two and win it right here.
Get set.
Looking for a receiver. And it's caught. The gutsy call pays off for 2 points, and they take the lead here late. Got momentum. Scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Breaking free at the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground. So what an entertaining battle here today. But in the end, Kirk, the #1 ranked team couldn't make enough plays to dodge the upset here.
Well, it's hard to have your fastball working every single week when you have that bullseye. And sometimes the pressure is just too much. And you make some mistakes that you don't normally do. And I think that's exactly what we saw today.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.